Okay, welcome everybody to today's call. We're really excited. We have two great speakers and presenters today. We're going to be talking a lot about social media, and particularly Facebook, and how to utilize Facebook in your business. You know, that way, how can you incorporate some of the posts in Facebook in your business? So I always like to see a show of hands of people that use Facebook a lot right now for social, not necessarily business, just social. Right? And then who uses it for business as well and posts for business? So a couple of you guys do. Great. And so one of the things that we're going to learn today is that whether you are big on Facebook right now or not, or you want to get bigger and show your presence, we're going to show you the path to both, to increase your friend base, and then ultimately how to promote, you know, yourself as a health coach, as an optimal health practitioner, somebody who can help somebody achieve health in their lives through Facebook. And as you can almost guess, it's a very soft approach, right? We don't, just like we don't go after people right to their face and say, hey, you need my program. It's a soft approach. It's even softer on social media, but very effective. And we found some really effective ways. And I just love Michaela's story because she was not big on social media, at least posting and commenting and doing all this stuff when she first started coaching, but she learned a very valuable way of doing it that she got comfortable with, and now she's posting 3 times a day. And so we're going to hear her story. I'm going to turn this call over to her, and Shelly's also going to be presenting. Shelly's been big on social media from the get-go, and I think she'll tell a little bit about her journey when she started, made executive director early on through Facebook. And so you're going to learn lots of strategies. So this is recorded, but I always recommend taking notes if you find that that is helpful for you. And so I'm going to turn it over to Michaela to start us off, and she can set up the screen share. And Michaela, you want to take it away?
Yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to our training today. I'm going to open the PowerPoint so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, can everybody see that? I can't hear anybody. I'm assuming you can see it, so stop me if you can't. Okay, so welcome to our training. This is on Facebook, as Gary said, and we just have some great strategies for you today. And so we're going to be talking about optimizing your Facebook presence and growing your business through Facebook. So today we are going to cover why Facebook. We're going to talk about maximizing exposure. We're going to talk about creating a Facebook campaign. We're talking about Hootsuite and what we can use that for, organization, consistency, and then Q&A. So the first question is just why Facebook? How has it helped? And this is a really big question for me because when I started as a coach, I had a Facebook account, but I didn't post a whole lot. I'd be on every once in a while, but I rarely commented and I rarely posted, like once every few months maybe. So when I became a coach, I announced that I had become a coach, and I didn't have a very big friend base. I wasn't active, and so I didn't have that big of a response. So I did get some feedback, but just not a whole lot. And it wasn't until I started getting Shelly going as a coach that I saw the difference, because she was very active on Facebook, and she had a large friend base, and when she posted, she actually got an overwhelming response. So it kind of triggered something in me, like, well, there's something to this. She's active on Facebook and she got a big response there. So what is she doing, and what's the difference? And so I kind of investigated a few things and looked into it, and I've tried several different things, and that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, is what things have worked and really changed from not having a whole lot of a response to growing my business through Facebook. And now I get a substantial response through Facebook, and I get clients on a monthly basis through Facebook. So just going to share a little bit about what we found works really well, and what things to incorporate if you're interested.
Okay, I'm gonna start talking here. So yeah, exactly what Michaela said. I had about 600 friends on Facebook when I decided to share my story, and it took off. I got about 5 clients a month for the first 4 months and hit ED in like 3.5 months. So there's definitely a lot of power in Facebook. So I think that that's really important for all of us, is just understanding that you may or may not have a large Facebook friend group, but you may be growing coaches and stuff. So understanding how they can, you know, different aspects of this, they may be able to grow their own friend base. And so Michaela, I would like to see my own video. How can I'm not seeing my own face here. All right. Okay. So can you guys see me? Gary, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, Shelly.
Okay.
If you click it toward the top, you should be able to see yourself.
I'm just seeing large active speaker and it's only showing you.
Okay. I'll stop talking.
Maybe mute yourself and maybe it'll show me. Okay. So let's talk about maximizing exposure. Facebook is awesome, but it has a lot of algorithms that are out there to help you, not to help us, but Facebook is based on algorithms. So if you have the same set of friends that you're constantly talking with, you're going to see a lot of their posts, and you're not going to see a lot of other people's posts, even though you have a, you know, small or a large friend base. But so a lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today is figuring like little strategies that you can have to help expose yourself to more people in your friend list, that more people be understanding that you're serious about this health coaching business, and that you're, you know, want to be there to help whoever, whether it's them or their friends and family, get healthy. So that's really exciting, and it's kind of neat to understand how Facebook works a little bit better. So things we're going to be covering is changing your profile picture, growing your friend base, posting publicly versus privately, the timing of posts, types of posts, and commenting versus liking. Okay, so the first thing here is changing your profile picture. We recommend you change your profile picture every 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know if you notice on your own Facebook wall, but whenever your friends are changing their profile, that is something that Facebook sees as very important. They're going out of their way to change their picture of who they are. And so it goes high up on people's feeds, and a lot of people are going to see it. So we think it's really important to do before and after pictures on a very regular basis. You don't have to do it every week, but every 2 to 3 weeks is a nice rotation, and you can have a handful of different ones that you rotate between. And every once in a while, doing a standalone picture is fine. But it's just, I get a lot of comments every time from people that I don't normally see on Facebook whenever I change my before and after picture. And, you know, we want to use uplifting pictures like this one of Michaela here from her wedding. This is really an awesome profile picture, and it shows up as, you know, from 10 years of she's gotten her body back, she's gotten her life back. And when you posted that one, it got a lot of attention. All right, so growing friends. So you may be like Michaela and have a fairly small friend base. And if that's the case, then, you know, you may want to work on growing your friends. And there's lots of strategies for doing that. You just need to dedicate some specific time each week to finding, you know, say 5 friends a week. That if you did 5 friends a week, it would be, you know, over 250 friends in a year. And that's great. That would be adding a lot more people. They don't have to be close friends. You can have acquaintances, go back to various groups and organizations you've been a part of. There's lots of different opportunities for meeting lots of people. You know, friend acquaintances, old friends, old groups, high school, things that you've done in the past, lots of places. And if you click on your friends pages, you can go through them and you may find more of your friends, you know, other acquaintances that way. One strategy that I've been doing lately, which someone showed me was really great, is say I'm out and about. For example, my kids are on soccer team, and there are a whole bunch of people on their teams, and I'm kind of getting to know these parents. We're wrapping up towards the end of the season, and I'd like to stay connected with them. So I'm going to use my phone and go into the Facebook app and say, hey, Susie, because I have no idea what Susie's last name is. can you find yourself? I'd love to stay connected. And I pull up Facebook and hand her my phone and ask her to find herself, because there's probably 20 Susies in town that she may be one of them. And so then right there we have this connection, and we get to stay connected. I do it at the gym. I do it with all kinds of people that I barely know, but I'm getting to know a little bit and would like them to, slowly hear more about what I do for work. It's a great way to reach out and get to know new people. So this is a very interesting topic, the concept of posting publicly versus privately. An example of how this has been helpful happened to me. I got a new client this week as a result of me posting things publicly. When we post publicly, it allows people, like, we want them to share things. So if you're posting a great recipe or a tidbit or anything, if you post it publicly, and especially your business posts, you probably want to do them publicly. This is an option, but when someone goes to share it, if it's set to friends only, then they won't be able to share it with anyone outside of who's on your own friend list. The other advantage of posting publicly is that if you were to go to my profile and you were not my friend, you would see everything that I've posted publicly. So I post a lot of my business, almost all of my posts now, including my family posts, are now public. And where this helped this week is that I'm a part of a group, a buy-sell trade group locally, and someone posted on there, hey, I'm looking to lose weight. What are some recommendations in the area? And someone immediately thought of me and posted my name on there and tagged me. Someone else clicked through that wasn't even the person that asked. A different person saw my name, clicked, is not my friend, and was able to see my profile and get an idea of who I am, reached out to me, and they signed up. So had I not had some valuable information just on my Facebook profile, they probably wouldn't have reached out to me. So we do recommend that you post all of your Take Shape for Life posts publicly to boost your views. And then, it's a personal choice if you want to have your friends and family pictures public or not. Timing is everything. So there's strategy here to having effective timing when you're posting. People tend to get on Facebook morning, around lunchtime, middle afternoon, after dinner, and after they've gotten kids and family down to bed, or before they're going into bed and catching up on their feed from the day. So we want to post our posts just before those prime times hit. So these are the times listed here around 7, 11, 3, 7 again, 7 p.m. and then 9 are ideal times to kind of get your post in right before the next rush of people are on looking. So what we want to do is present ourselves as living our lives out loud. Like Gary was mentioning earlier, is we want to take a soft approach. We don't want to lie. We want to be authentic, but we want to have lots of posts that are uplifting and positive. And we want to make our life just look captivating. We want people to want to desire things that are going on in our lives. And like I said, we don't want to be lying or be too fake about it, but there's lots of great posts that can be very intriguing for people, and just saying, hey, like, my life is truly been better on all facets because I've gotten healthy. And so, we're able to go do lots of adventures and fun things with our family. So we post pictures of, family and kids, selfies, events, celebrations, uplifting, positive posts, positive quotes, conversations. Questions are a great thing to ask because it's an interactive and it gets people responding with thoughts. Throwback pictures, video clips are really powerful if you're willing to do one. They're a little bit scary to make sometimes, but a lot of people watch them, and they weren't, well, what's so important that they posted a video? And so they want to watch what it is you have to say. And of course, all kinds of other videos, not just yourself. And then for Take Shape for Life posts, we're going to have motivational things, your before and after pictures of other friends, coaches, clients. Recipes are great. and healthy tidbits are always very positive. And a very important thing is actually coming to the point of asking for the business. But we don't want to do this in an annoying way. Everything about Facebook is kind of a fine art, because it's very easy for someone to go over and click hide post or unfollow. And that automatically means that that person will no longer see your stuff. And so we want to make sure that they still want to be friends with us, that we're not getting annoying and posting too much irrelevant or too much pushy things, because they will just quit watching you. So we call it a soft approach, the call to action. Here's some examples of some things that have been used in real posts that are really bring people over time, just gently asking. Health doesn't have to be an uphill battle. I would love to show you how it can be possible. Every change is worth it. Reach out to me. Let's do this together. That's an example. And, you can read through these, and we're going to be putting together a document of lots of soft approaches of ways that you can politely remind people, and in not having it say about you. I mean, a lot of times you can use the word you, but if your friends or family, if you have someone that you love that you can think of, reach out to me. I would love to help them. It's really just a nice way to, at the end of the day, that's our goal in this whole thing. You don't want to do this with every post, but every once in a while, it's appropriate to politely ask for business. So back to the algorithm. Did you know that just liking doesn't really mean the same thing as commenting? This is something that I had no idea about, and I've definitely made an effort over the last year to comment on people's posts. Facebook sees that when you're commenting on someone's post, you're more likely closer friends with them. So it's important not to just like. We want you to like something, but if it's someone that you're trying to connect more with, comment, and they're more likely to start seeing your posts. The more people you comment on, the more people will see your posts. And like I just mentioned, the likes are very important, but they don't factor into the algorithms that determines who's seeing your posts. So it's really important to go through. About this too, Michaela, I'm not sure if we're talking about this later or not, but it's important to go through your friends lists in a strategic way. And like you can go through an alphabet and go through each letter once a week, or not once a week, but like say this week you're going to go through everyone that's an A, and look who's in there and click on their pages and comment on their posts. It really does work. I've found all kinds of people that I went to their page, I commented on something, and then the next day I saw posts that they were posting on my feed, and I hadn't heard from them or seen anything from them in years. So this strategy really does work for re-engaging with people that you may have lost, touch with, or that you're not seeing their feeds.
Okay, thank you, Shelly. That was good. So we're going to talk about creating a Facebook campaign. And this is very strategic. We like to do Monday through Friday posts, which means there's going to be one business or health related post that we do per day, Monday through Friday. Our aim is to have 3 posts a day. So only one of those is going to be the health related one. The other ones need to be personal. Like Shelly was saying, we don't want to bombard our friends with 3 Take Shape for Life posts or 3 health posts or 3 before and afters, whatever it may be. We don't want to bombard anybody. They're going to get annoyed, and it's just simply one click to hide us or unfriend us, and that's not what we want. So there's a fine line between having something to offer and being annoying. So we want to, make sure we're on the right side of that line. So, and then weekend posts, we do personal posts. Every once in a while for weekends, I like to post like inspirational quote or, a picture with a saying on it or something. But other than that, we like to keep weekend posts to personal posts. So we're going to have some ideas for you. For Monday, you could do anything: Motivation Monday, Mouthwatering Monday, Meltdown Monday. You can do whatever you want. These are just kind of catchy, fun Monday ideas since they start with M. And the one I do is Mouthwatering Monday. So I've put an example up. And here's Mouthwatering Monday. It's just a recipe, and I just simply post the ingredients and the directions, and then people will start commenting, and so we kind of have a dialogue underneath about the recipe, or people are excited to make it, or whatever. Recipes are really big. So that's what I do on Mondays. And then for Tuesdays, there's a few examples: Transformation Tuesday, Tidbit Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday. Again, you could use whatever you want. These are just a couple examples we threw up here. And the one that I use for Tuesday is Tidbit Tuesday. So here's an example of Tidbit Tuesday. And it can be anything, like this is a quote: people who laugh actually live longer than those who don't laugh. Few persons realize that health actually varies according to the amount of laughter. So this is just a fun quote about laughter, but it can be anything. You can post, a little tidbit about water benefit, how water benefits us, or about sleep, or about whatever you want to do. Just some sort of health tidbit that people are going to be like, oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. We want to, benefit people and give people more information and get them intrigued by what we're posting. So for Wednesday, we have Wellness Wednesday, Wake Up Wednesday, Water Wednesday, What's for Dinner Wednesday. And the one that I use is Wellness Wednesday. And for this one, I do before and afters. So Wednesday is always my before and after day. And I'm gonna move my video so I can see. Okay, so for this one's a little bit different. Usually for my Wellness Wednesday, I'm doing a before and after of a client or one of my coach's clients. For this one, I actually did a before and after of a new coach under Shelly, so under one of my coaches. So she was a client first, so I'm kind of announcing here that she has become a coach, and it's a mixture of her before and after and announcing that she's a coach. This one's a little bit different than normal, but this is what it normally looks like. Is I have the before and after pictures with a little blurb, and if you notice, there's names linked here, and that I really like to do is to tag people in my post, because then it's not only going to go on my wall, but it's going to go on their wall. So tagging is really big. Bring my videos back up. So for Thursday, a couple ideas are Transformation Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Thoughtful Thursday, or Thirsty Thursday. And the one that I use is Throwback Thursday. And this is an old one. Everybody does Throwback Thursday. But the reason why I find this one so powerful is a few reasons. First of all, I'm going to be tagging somebody because it's a throwback picture. So rarely do I just do a picture of myself or my husband. I do sometimes, but usually it's somebody else. Like this picture is of Gloria and her little boy. So I'm going to be tagging Gloria. And then also this is a before picture. And so I'm mentioning this was 4 years ago, and this is a before picture, which I don't post usually. I'm usually posting before and afters, or I'm posting recent pictures. But to just post a standalone before picture is powerful as well. So there's a lot going on here, even though it's just a simple throwback picture. And then for Friday, we have Favorites Friday, Fitness Friday, and Freedom Friday. And the one that I use is Favorites Friday. And I like this one as well because this one you can do a lot with. You can do anything from, your favorite salad dressing, or, you found a new gadget for the kitchen that you really like. I posted about a zucchini spiralizer, which I love to make zucchini pasta. Or it could be something like a trampoline, which isn't food or, health related, except that it's keeping us active. And I talk about exercise for my kids and myself, and it's just a fun little thing that keeps them busy. So I basically use this one to just do anything correlated with health, whether it be food or a tool or something like that.
So Michaela, this looks like a lot of work to be posting all these different posts every day. How in the world are you keeping up with it and not having it take over your life and having to spend a ton of time on Facebook?
Great question. So that's a great segue into our next topic, which is Hootsuite, because I don't get on at 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. I don't do that. There's no way that would work for me. My life is too crazy and busy for that. So Hootsuite is a great program that allows you to schedule your posts. I was a little hesitant when I first started using it, but once I got into it, it's really easy to use, and it's a great tool for being able to do your post the night before or the weekend before, however you want to do it. But you can go in and schedule postings up there, have them ready, and they automatically post to your wall. So that's fantastic. And we're going to get into Hootsuite in just a minute. But before I actually open it, there's a couple things I want to mention about it. You only can load one picture per post. I've loaded more than one, and what happens is it posts the same blurb with a new picture multiple times on your wall. So you end up with, if you loaded 3 pictures, you end up with 3 posts. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure you only load one picture or a collage of pictures saved as one picture per post through Hootsuite. And then you cannot tag people from Hootsuite, which is a major downside. I'm hoping they fix that eventually. But we do have a way around that to be able to get back into your post and to tag people. But from Hootsuite, you can't. So let me open up Hootsuite. I have to minimize. Okay. Can you guys see this? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you'd see if you go to Hootsuite.com. And if you don't have an account, then you simply go up here to sign up. And for those who do, I linked mine to Facebook, which I recommend doing because I wanted to post directly to Facebook anyway. So I just sign in with Facebook. And it brings up my account. And this first view that it shows is really overwhelming. That's my nephew doing splits. This view is a little overwhelming, and so I don't really like to do anything from this view. So I always go over to the airplane, which is Publisher. And this is a lot more manageable for me to see. These are all the posts that I have scheduled. So I have 2 left to go out today. I have 3 to go out tomorrow. I have 2 scheduled ready for Thursday. So I can see which ones I have coming up. And if I want to see past ones, you can go over here to past scheduled, and then I go up to the list view. And these are all the past ones that I have scheduled. So I can see what I've posted and what I have that's going to be posted. So for this, let me just click on one, like Tidbit Tuesday. There's a 3 next to it, if you see that. If I click on Edit, the reason why there is a 3 is because it's not only posting to my wall, but I've elected to have it post to other groups that I'm a part of. So I have a private Facebook group for our clients, and I've posted there, and then I have just like a health page that I've posted there. So if I clear that, the automatic thing is that it just has going to my page. If I wanted to go to one of these other ones, I can click on it, or all of them, I can hit all. So I'm going to actually create a post for you. Okay, so this is going to be my Friday, my favorites Friday. There's my text, and then I'm going to go find a picture. So this one is about asparagus. And then I'm going to schedule it for Friday. So I go click on that calendar. And I'm going to pick Friday, and let's say I want to do this one for 3:20. I always mix it up. I don't ever do 3 o'clock or 3:15 every single day. I always do weird times, 3:05, 3:25. I mix it up just so it doesn't look like, oh, here comes her 3 o'clock post. So it's a good thing to mix them up. Okay, so I've scheduled it. I've attached my picture, which you can see right here. And I'm going to hit schedule. So scroll down, and there's my Friday post. If I want to get back into it, all I have to do is hit edit. I can go change the time. I can delete the picture and load another one. Whatever I want to do, I can do from right here. And I can also add it to more than one location if I want. And then I could also, like let's say I want to hashtag this one and put something, it doesn't matter what whatever you want to put, healthy eating, that will hashtag and that one will link. But if I had a name in here, like let's say I had, in one of these sentences I had my husband's name, it won't link to him. So what I would do in that case is, like this one's going to be posted at 3:20, I would make a note on my calendar at 3:20 for the exact time of this post for me to go into Facebook. So I'd bring up Facebook, I'd open that post that posted, I'd edit it, and I'd make his name a link. So it'll tag him. So that's the only way that you can tag people, is as soon as it posts, to go in and edit it and tag them. And that's what I found works. So here are my posts. Was there anything else I was supposed to cover, Shelly, on the Hootsuite?
I don't think so. I think this is a great overview. And so
Okay.
you said pretty much to go to the little airplane is the view that is very helpful.
Yeah, Airplane
Publisher.
is Publisher. This is always where I go to edit. There's different views here, but
And this is the free account that you are using.
yes. Okay. So this is a free account, and thank you for bringing that up. This is a free account, and you can post out as far into the future as you want. The only restriction on the free account is that you can only have it going to 3 social networks. So if you click up here in the corner, or even just hover over it, you can see that I have 3 places that I can post to. You can post to more than just Facebook, but as soon as you have more than 3, you have to have a paid account. So if I wanted to add one, I could add my Instagram account, or I could have it post to Twitter. Any of these social networks here, I can add and have it go directly to. So if you just have one Facebook page and you have Instagram, you could post to both from here, which is really cool. And that's where you'd add it as well.
Michaela?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you mentioned posting more than one picture and what that does.
Yeah, I did mention that, but yes, that is
Okay.
a good thing to bring up. I'll say it again because it's good. Don't post more than one picture here. And if I'll bring up the one that I just did. It looks like you can post more than one picture, but as soon as this posts to your Facebook page, you will get multiple posts, however many posts there are pictures. So you don't want the same message posting 4 times on your wall. So if you do want to post more than one picture, then I like to go to PicMonkey, but there's lots of different apps out there to make collages. And then once you've made your collage of pictures, you can save that down as one picture and load that up. So that's what I do if I have more than one picture that I want to load.
So how much time did this save you when you had to go to North Carolina?
Good question. So yes, I went to North Carolina for a few weeks earlier this year. And what I did was I had probably about 95% of my posts done. I had all of my campaign posts done. So my scheduled Mouthwatering Monday, Tidbit Tuesday, all those ones I had scheduled out for a couple of weeks. And then I had several personal posts that were a little bit more generic, like the sunset, or, my kids doing something silly or something. I had those scheduled as well. And I just left holes for putting in, life for what was happening in North Carolina. But I had the majority of my posts done and scheduled, and it made it very easy to manage because I wasn't worried about if I'm posting at 3 o'clock, or do I need to get 2 more posts out, or I wasn't dealing with that at all. And I could deal with our family emergency over back east. So this kept my business going. It kept me very active on Facebook. I was still able to respond to people, but it was scheduled out and I was able to take time. So this is a great tool to use when you want to go on vacation, or, you need a couple days or whatever it may be, or you just want to have your stuff done so you're not on Facebook at these random times during the day. So this is a great tool. So let me bring this back up. We're almost done. So organizing your pictures. This is one thing that I found is really important. If you're going to be posting this many pictures, 3 pictures a day adds up quickly. So what I found is having a folder for your new pictures and a folder for your used pictures is very helpful. So I like to save pictures everywhere. I'm on my computer a lot, so I see pictures on people's Facebook pages, or I see them on articles, or I go to there's at the bottom here Google Images or Pinterest, or there's tons of places where you can see cool pictures and cool sayings and phrases and whatever it may be, or even your own pictures from your own camera or phone. When you load those onto your computer, I save all the ones, I go through them, and I take out the ones that I want to use, and I'll put them in a new folder. So my new folder is going to have a whole bunch of pictures in it that I want to use for posts. So when I go to do my posts, I go to my new folder. I have a whole bunch there ready. I pick out the ones I'm going to use. I'll post them. And then as soon as I have them in a post, I move them over to my used folder so that I know I've used them and I won't go back and use them again. And that is recipes. That's everything that I have in there. I'll move over. So I know this is stuff that I can post in the future. So that's worked really well for me. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is consistency. And consistency with your Facebook campaign is huge. It's like the most important part because clients aren't going to come overnight. With you doing these Monday through Friday posts for a week, it's not like everyone's going to be like, wow, awesome, join, sign me up. People need to see things for a while, and they need to know that you're here and it's not just a fad, and you know what you're talking about, and it's really important to you and you're not going anywhere. And that takes time. So, in the beginning, when I started doing this, I did get some feedback, which was great, but not a whole lot. And the more I did it, the more feedback I got. And by about 4 to 6 months, I started really seeing that I was getting a lot of comments and a lot of feedback. And I started really signing up a lot of clients. And now I sign up anywhere from 3 to 5 people a month just through Facebook. And a lot of them, well, some of them are friends, but a lot of them are friends of friends, or, I'm a part of other Facebook groups that I'm not friend, it's like a big Facebook group for our community or something. And people see my profile picture, my before and after, and they'll click on me. And like Shelly was saying, they can read a lot of posts that I have on there that are public, and they'll ask, what are you a health coach for? Or what are you talking about here? Or whatever it may be. I've gotten a lot of clients just by friends of friends and acquaintances and other websites that link to your Facebook profile. So consistency is key, keeping it up. That doesn't mean that you have to do every single one of these Monday through Friday posts every single Monday through Friday. It's not that rigid, but the more consistent you can be, the better. So I do make it a point of getting my one business post out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and at least 2 personal posts. So 3 is what I shoot for every week or every day, 3 posts a day. So that's consistency, and that's how my business has grown these last several months is through Facebook and just offering up valuable information for people. And again, the difference between overwhelming people and being annoying with just random things that don't add value versus posts that really do add value and are uplifting and positive. And we really do want to show that our lives have been changed. We don't want to be fake, like Shelly was saying, but we do want to show that, because I've lost weight and I'm healthy and I feel good, I'm able to be active, and I really am enjoying my life, and I'm able to do more with my kids. And we want to show our lives. We want to be transparent, and we want to live out loud. And that's really attractive for people to see. So living out loud and being not vulnerable, but willing to be transparent is very attractive. So that's kind of a goal that I have. And one more thing actually is political issues or negative issues, real big, diversive issues we really want to stay away from or minimize, because as soon as we take a side or we start getting negative, that we just don't want to draw that negative attention. We don't want arguments. We don't want fights. We don't want that negative attention. We want to keep things lighthearted and positive and uplifting and hopeful. So that's where we're going. So before we get to questions, actually, Shelly or Gary, do you guys have anything to add? And then we will get to questions.
Go ahead, Shelly.
So with this Hootsuite thing, how do people know that you're posting with Hootsuite, and have you had any negative feedback from posting from there?
That's a good question. I have not had any negative feedback whatsoever. You do know that you're posting from Hootsuite because it says Hootsuite really small up by your name, like where it says edited or the date, the time that you posted it, it'll say Hootsuite really small right there. But 99.9% of the people don't even notice it. It's really small. It's kind of gray. I've never had a complaint about posting through Hootsuite. A couple people will ask randomly if they know I was somewhere and I posted about something else, like, how did you do that? And so I'll kind of tell them. But other than that, I've never had negative feedback. It works really well. Anything else?
Why don't you unscreen share and then we can, there you go. Great. I just thought that was outstanding. Great job for both of you in really highlighting, how to use Facebook, the types of posts, and how to use Hootsuite in particular, because we all know that nobody can be on Facebook, 5 times a day trying to figure out what am I going to post. And so setting them up in advance is genius, it's powerful, and you can do your campaign without it being such an intrusive part of your daily life. And the one thing that I do want to reiterate, the most important thing is, this is recorded, so go back if you didn't, catch all this stuff. I'm going to send the recording out with the PowerPoint so you could see how Michaela explains it and Shelly explains it again. But the consistency part is by far the most important, as Michaela mentioned. So I just wanted to reiterate that. Like when Michaela was starting, that was what I encouraged her to do. Even if people don't show up or comment or like, don't be attached to whether they do that or not. You're doing this to live your life out loud, to share health, to share hope. Don't be attached to people liking it or commenting, because you might get private messages without lots of likes and comments. And also the consistency piece of letting people know that you're not going away. Most people are used to like that sales call, but then they're gone. And so they could ignore it, say no, and then they know that that person's never coming around again. But when you're consistent with Take Shape for Life, whether you're doing Facebook or you're doing your events or whatever you're doing in Take Shape for Life to grow your business, consistency is the key, because most people make a decision after the 8th to 12th time they've seen something. 80% of the people will make a decision after the 8th to 12th time they see something. So letting people know you're not going anywhere, this is your life, this is your career, you're going for it, you have the answer for people. And it might be 3 or 4 months down the road, like it was for Michaela, before all of a sudden they realized, look at her, she's been giving valuable information, she's staying young, she's staying healthy, she's involved, and now they want to know, what are you doing? Because they didn't just see her gain her weight back and then go away from Facebook, which is what they probably expected more than anything else, right? As people kind of see people yo-yo back and forth with their weight and their health, and they try to promote something because they became, a coach or whatever. So if we do it our way, realize it's a long-term game, but first 3 to 4 or 5 months is what it is, and then all of a sudden it just starts happening. And there's more people that have built their business through Facebook than I think anybody else right now. That's the biggest leaders in Take Shape for Life now. They're all using Facebook to do it, and they're all doing it this way. So we're not reinventing anything that has not already been tried and true. This is exactly what the top leaders do to a different degree. Now, there's 3 types of posts, as you saw. There's the recipe post, whether you want to do Mouth-Watering Monday or Tasty Tuesday. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but just realize there's the recipe post, there's the transformation post with a before and after and a story, and then there's the inspiration post, and then there's the water and different things like that. So figure out which 5 you like out of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? You can do any combination you want, but just remember all the posts are pretty much similar. Mouth-Watering Monday is the same as Tasty Tuesday, which is the same as, I don't know what Wednesday is or Thursday for food, but or Favorites Friday even. It's like they're all the same, they're just different names. So you choose which 5 you want to choose, but then the goal is to, play with Hootsuite and get consistent about it. But the more consistent you are, the bigger your business grows, and we've seen that happen over and over and over and over again. So that's all I wanted to share. But if you have a question, I know Vicky looks like she's on the phone, but she did send me a question via chat. So if you have a question, feel free now to unmute yourself and ask out loud.
Before we do questions, I do have one more thing I wanted to add. Don't be discouraged if you don't see responses. There's a lot of times where I'll get like 1 like or, not very many, and I'm like, oh, nobody liked that one or whatever. And then, weeks down the road, I'll run into somebody and they're like, I absolutely love your recipes, or I love when you post your little tidbits, and I'm like, really? Like, nobody liked it. Just because they're not liking it doesn't mean they're not reading it. And that's huge. So you may not get the feedback you're looking for. That does not mean that you're not making an impact. Being consistent is going to be the most important part. That's what I wanted to add.
Yeah.
So, do you have questions?
Well, and we got a comment the other day from a mutual friend of ours that sent us both a private message saying, I don't need to lose weight, but I just want to say thank you for all of your encouraging and healthy posts that you're constantly putting out there. It keeps me going out for my run every day. I am so encouraged by everything that you're doing. And guess who's going to refer to us when she has friends and family that are struggling? We're going to be the first people that come to her mind because she's a healthy minded person. So not just going after unhealthy people, but connecting with those healthy friends and family is super important.
I have a question. Michaela, how much time do you spend, like when do you do your scheduling? And how much time are you spending to keep it where it does still feel like you're kind of spontaneously sharing family life, more the personal part? That's the part that I feel like it's hard to think about how to schedule those posts versus the business related ones.
Good question. Yeah, the business related ones are easier to schedule out for sure. There's some personal ones that I can make a little bit more generic, like a pretty sunset or something like that, you don't really know if it was last night or tonight or 2 weeks ago. But there's obviously some, we went to an event or whatever, and that was clearly yesterday. So a lot of times I'll schedule according to what I know my schedule is going to look like. Like if I know I'm going to have a really busy, active weekend with lots of photo opportunities, then I'll kind of plan, okay, so maybe Sunday I'll post some of the pictures from Saturday. And so I'll leave some openings there. And maybe Monday I'll post some pictures from Sunday. So I'll just kind of brainstorm what my week is going to look like. But for the most part, I like to post the night before. And I like to have at least the next day done. So, if I'm posting tonight's Tuesday, at least Wednesday, maybe a post or two for Thursday, or maybe, Thursday and Friday's business ones are done, but not the personal ones. So, it's not the same. It's not an exact science, but I at least have the full next day done at a minimum. So, and the next day I can always post like yesterday our family did this, or last night we did this. So it's still close, but it's not, I rarely post during the event unless I know that event is going to be happening that day and I leave an opening to post that day. If that helps.
I like what Vicki posted. I am trying to get better. Michaela, hit it hard with being consistent, and I'm following along slowerly, but it's definitely making a difference. Hootsuite is very helpful in keeping up with the consistency. But I will do a lot of my personal posts on the fly. Like I will schedule out my business posts and then just be very conscious that I want to make sure that at least once a day, if I have one business and one personal a day, I'm okay with that. 3 would be great, but I'm going to give myself lots of grace because I'm busy and I don't have time every single night to. Sometimes I'm just exhausted. I'm an early morning person, so I just don't. But it's better to be really consistent, and I will do a lot on the fly when I'm at events with my kids and just post from my phone. So, it seems very obvious that I'm still at soccer and at all kinds of other things. We'll post lots of pictures there.
Hey, there's Denise Caesar's on the line here. She's the phone. She just texted me, wanted to add something. So Denise, I'm going to unmute you right now. You're unmuted, Denise.
Hi, great call. Thanks everybody for sharing. This is some really good stuff. One of the things that happened to us is our lifestyle posting. Just that really grew people's interest, because I have, for those of you who I know, I have children all over the country and little grandchildren, and people always want to know, like, how can you go? How do you have the freedom? And the answers always take shape for life. So Greg and I tend to post our coaches' success stories. Some of them just really shine in terms of the postings, and Gary knows that. Our coaches have some great stories. So we like to do a little bit of that posting, but posting our lifestyle has been very powerful for us because we have a healthy lifestyle, but we also have a financial freedom lifestyle, and people are always curious about that.
Absolutely. Great point. Malcolm?
It kind of pulls in from what Denise just said. There was something you said at the beginning in terms of, first of all, thank you so much. You guys put a lot into this and it was outstanding. Great, great job, both of you. And I so appreciate it because I very much want to grow my Facebook. One of my fears has been in getting involved in Facebook, that public venue, opening up pictures of my family to the world. You know, there are scary things out there. Facebook is powerful and positive, but like everything good, there are sides of it that aren't so good. And if you are going to post things publicly, but they're only going to be business posts, since the personal posts we are hearing are the ones that really pull people in more, is it still going to be of value if the only things I'm ever posting publicly are coaching and tips of like success stories?
That's a really good question, Malka. That's why I started posting just business posts, but I realized that when people that I didn't know, that I weren't friends with, when they'd go to my wall, all they saw was business posts. And that's kind of a turn off because it's like, wow, all they do is post business stuff. And so it's up to you. I mean, I've heard a lot about posting personal posts on Facebook, and there is a risk there for sure. So it's up to what you're comfortable with, for sure. I mean, that's the most important part. But I have seen by posting my personal posts publicly, I do get a bigger response. So it really is up to you what you're comfortable with. But I do like posting all my posts now. Everything I post is public so that everyone can see my lifestyle and they can see my kids and my family, and they feel like they know me more if they can see everything that's going on. So I personally like to post everything personal or public, but that's a choice that everybody has to make, and I'm not going to tell anybody to do that if they don't want to, because that's up to you.
So something really interesting to me is that I had 2 people share some of my posts, and because they weren't public, now I'm realizing that, so it's just my friends keep getting access to the same thing about me. And so those were missed opportunities. Like one person lives, in St. Louis, so a completely different circle, but it was an old college friend who was excited about me doing this. And so I missed that opportunity. Is there a way to go back to a post to make it public? And then or is that like a missed opportunity?
If it was me, I would totally make that post public. You can go back and change it. There's a little setting at the bottom to change it.
Okay.
And those 2 people or whatever that shared, I would say, I noticed that you shared my post. That meant so much to me that you shared. I realized that I, forgot to set it to public, and would appreciate if you would reshare that, or say tomorrow I'm going to post something very similar to what I posted yesterday. Would really appreciate if you share it again.
Okay.
And then be conscious of posting it publicly.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank you.
That's my thought.
No, I agree completely. You can go back and make it public, but the problem with that is Facebook moves so fast that nobody's going to see a post that happened days ago or weeks ago. So I would definitely repost something and reach out, just like Shelly said, and say, I accidentally forgot to make it public. I would love for you to share this one or put it on your wall or whatever, and just reach out to them and see if they'll post it again. Any other questions?
No? All right. Awesome job, guys. And hopefully this is very powerful. Michaela, would you be comfortable posting your PowerPoint on our Facebook page so people can access it and kind of go through it themselves? That'd be great. And then I'll invite you and some of you to, we have a private Facebook page that kind of houses a lot of our stuff, all of our documents that we like to use. Everybody uses a little bit different stuff. We all say the same exact thing, but we just use it a little bit differently. But I'm going to stop the recording now if everybody is good. Everybody's good? All right. Great job, ladies. Awesome.